Alright, so today we're going to be using law of sines. Okay, this happens when we have triangles that we're given the information, two angles and a side, so angle, angle, side, or angle, side, angle. Alright, so it's just the order in which it goes. Alright, now if I have triangle ABC, with sides little a, little b, and little c, then this is law of sines. So a of sine A is equal to b of sine over sine B equal to c over sine C. So the capital letters are your angles, the lowercase letters are your sides. Alright, the same goes the reciprocal. So if I just flipped all of those, so sine A over A equal to sine B over B equal to sine C over C. Okay, so this is what we're going to be using to solve for the missing sides and angles. Alright, with this though, you need to first make sure your calculator is in degrees. Okay, if it's not, you're not going to be getting the correct answers. Alright, so example 1, I'm given two angles and one side, and it's angle, angle, side. Alright, I'm given the angle C is 102.3 degrees, angle B is 28.7 degrees, and side B is 27.4 feet. So basically, I'm missing angle A, side A, and side C. Alright, so those are the three things that I need to find. Okay, so what do I know? Well, I know angle C and B, so if I know those two angles, I can use my knowledge of triangles and find the third angle. So I know that A would be 180 minus both of those. Okay, and you can figure this out any other way. If we solve for that, we get A is 49 degrees. So now I have all the angles of the triangle. So I need to figure out the other two sides. So I found that. Okay, so I'm going to be using my law of sines here. Alright, so I'm going to have A over sine 49, because I know big A is 49, equal to, now which two do I have the same? I have both information. I have on B, so I'm going to be using this one. So 27.4 goes on top because that's little b, over sine 28.7. Okay, now I want to solve for A. So in order to solve for A, I need to multiply by this sine 49. So I get A equals. Okay, and this we can plug in the calculator. So I'm going to go to mode, make sure I'm in degrees. I am. Okay, and then I'm going to plug this in. So I have 27.4, let me put it in parentheses, times sine 49. Okay, so that's all on the top, divided by sine 28.7. And I get 43.06. So I'm going to round to two decimal places. So A is equal to 43.06 feet. So there's little a. Alright, so I found big A. I found little a. Now I need to figure out little c. So I'm going to do the same thing I just did with this one. So I'm going to have C over sine, my angle C is 102.3, equal to, and I'm going to use the same thing because I know both of these. 27.4 over sine 28.7. Okay, again, to solve for C, I need to multiply by sine 102.3. So I get, when I do this, I'm just going to change this last one to 102.3. I get, oops, changed the wrong one. This one should be 102.3. Here we go. I get 55 point, if I round that, 75. Okay, so there is little c on its feet. So we found big A, little a, and little c. That's what we needed to find just by using this law of sines. Okay, so if you remember that A goes over sine big A, then everything else, they're all the same, the letters go together. Alright, now let's look at given two angles and a side, but this time it's angle, side, angle. Okay, so it really just depends on where the side falls, on which one it is. So here I'm given A is 43 degrees, B is 98 degrees. Whoa, it's a big degrees. And little c is 22 feet. Okay, so here, if you look, I'm given all different angles, or all different letters. So I need to find big C, little a, and little b. So anytime you have all of the different letters, that means it's going to be ASA. Alright, so let's figure out what big C is, because we know the other two angles. So 180 minus 43 plus 98. When we do that, we get C is 39 degrees. Okay, so I found that. Now, using our law of sines, I'm going to figure out what little a and little b are. So, I'm looking for little a. So, a over sine 43, because I need to use big A, equal to. Now, if we look here, I'm given little c. So, those are the two that I'm going to be using, because I have both of them. So I have 22 over sine 39. So again, to get sine, or get A, I need to multiply by this sign. So let's plug this in your calculator. I have 22 times sine 43 divided by sine 39. And I get 23.84. And we're in feet again. Okay, so there's little a. Okay, we can do the same thing. I'm just going to go ahead and write b equals 22 over sine 39 times sine, and I'm going to do the angle b. Okay, so I just skipped this step right here because it was less for me to write. So when I plug that in my calculator, I get that it's 34.62 feet. So there's the last one. Alright, so here are those two different examples of each type. Here is your assignment, A9, page 436, numbers 1 through 4, 7, and 8. Please let me know if you have any questions, and good luck.